Yes guys, welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. Now, like the last few videos that I've posted, I'm going to keep this very real, I'm going to keep this very raw, going to keep it very authentic. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. As you guys can see from the title of the video, we're going to be talking about the reality of leaving your hometown. The reality for me, for when I left my hometown. Now, just a bit of like a background story now for you guys that don't know who I am. I used to be a firefighter. I lived in the UK, and I'm about to finish just 3-4 months ish outside the UK. I've been living in Thailand for 3 months, and I'm currently in Malaysia right now. I go back to the UK from the time recording this video for about 3 weeks, and then I go off to Cyprus for the summer, so another 3 months abroad. Now, in this video, I'm going to keep it very real. I'm just going to tell you exactly how it is. I'm not going to tell you any lies. I'm not going to kind of tell you things that aren't true, sorry. I've got a few bullet points down here on my laptop which I want to go over, and yeah, let's just get straight into it, because a lot of people talk about leaving their hometown, and overall I feel like it's a great thing that every young man should do. I feel like everybody should be leaving their hometown. If you're in your early 20s, it's a life hack, but we'll dive deeper into it, because I'm going to talk about in this video some of the things that you might not think about, and then at the end of the video we'll talk about the benefits. We'll talk about kind of the good things about leaving your hometown. Now let me just type this. Sorry guys, I just had another little idea that I want to talk about, but I just write it down like I do every other idea. Now, the first thing that I'm going to say, guys, when you leave your hometown, you are going to lose friends. You will lose friends. Now, this happened to me personally because I've got a friend from where I'm from, and I've known this person for maybe 8 years now, between 8 and 10 years, something like that. Probably no, yeah, probably like 10 years. Yeah, probably about 10 years, and we've been quite close. Before I left, we kind of had some business ventures together that we tried. Obviously failed. That's why nothing's happened of it so far. But if you don't try, you don't fail. Yeah, we have similar mindsets, and we kind of think similar in some aspects. Now, when I first got to Thailand, the first week or 2 weeks, me and this person fell out. And that is because I think, in my opinion, that I was trying to reinvent myself. I was trying to become a different person. I wasn't happy with where I was at in my hometown. And this is what you'll find. When you move out, your friends will see you trying to become a better person. They'll see you trying to improve your life. And they don't know you for who you're trying to become. So you might start changing on social media. You might start changing your spin. You might start changing your kind of views. Or you've always had these views, but you might start putting your views out publicly. Now, to your friend who knows you from 10 years ago, like they don't know you for who you are now. They don't know you for who you're trying to become. So immediately they've got their defense up. They don't like it. They get uncomfortable, and that's what a lot of it is in the UK. It's like the crabs in the bucket mindset. When you're trying to get out of like the bucket, for example, you've got your friends pulling you back down. Not all friends are like this. Not all your friends are going to be like this. But one thing I will say is you will lose friends, guys. You will have people, and you might not lose them as abrupt as I did and not have an argument. They might just not text you, or they might just kind of move on with their life, and you might move on with your life, and you feel like, oh, okay, maybe I'm not as close to that person as I thought I was. So guys, you will lose friends, which kind of leads me on to my next point, which is you will get lonely. You will get lonely. This is something that, once again, I've experienced. Now, not so much in terms of like I've lost all my friends and I've got no friends lonely. More so the fact of like, if you're moving abroad somewhere, it depends how far you're moving, of course. But for me, Thailand was a different time zone. Like the time zones were pretty much opposite compared to the UK. So you don't really speak to your friends that much in the UK. Unless it's on a night time where kind of they're awake and you're just going to sleep. Sorry. So yeah, it will get lonely. It will get times where, like I said, it's not that you're going to lose your friends, but you'll be on your own for a lot. You'll be in your own mind for a lot, your own thoughts. And realistically, you are the other side of the world, but comes with like whatever comes with the loneliness. Another thing that is you will meet new people, which is what I'll speak about. But it will get lonely, guys. I'm not going to say it isn't. I'm not going to say it doesn't. But you have to learn to be comfortable you have to learn to be comfortable in your own space, in your own company, especially if you want to achieve good things, especially if you want to focus on business. Like, you can't always have the attention from everyone, kind of thing. You know what I mean? You've got to dial in. You've got to stay in your own thoughts. You've got to kind of isolate yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? And like I said, my next point here, you'll meet other people who you can introduce yourself to, reintroduce yourself to, should I say, because these are people who have never met you before, and you've got another chance now to kind of explain to them what you want to do, who you are, what you believe in, and they're not going to be like your friend who knew you 10 years ago, who says, "Hold on, you're not like that normally." They're gonna be like, "Oh my God, this guy's like he is who he says he is." Do you know what I mean? Because if you're like me, you're saying you go to the gym, you're saying you work out, you're saying you're about business, you're saying you don't drink a lot of alcohol, and they're seeing it, and you can become the person that you know that you want to be. Like, and I'm very passionate when I talk about this because it's very true. Like, you can literally become anyone you want to be in this life. It's all on perception. It's all on kind of how you perceive yourself, and how you perceive yourself is your daily actions, is what you're doing on a daily basis, and what you want other people to look at you and feel like you're doing. You're not lying to anyone. You're just doing it. Like for me, for example, I post a lot of things on social media because I like documenting my life in public, so people can see the growth. And people, like, I've had messages from people who I used to go to school with, and they were like, "Oh my God, like you've changed, like." Not in a bad way, but like they're saying, yeah, you've changed, like you're doing all right now, and it's good to see because it's what I always knew I could do, and I'm living proof of that. Do you know what I mean? So, 100%, guys, it's definitely doable. Now, the next thing that I've wrote here down, guys, is you will miss aspects from your old life, and you'll start to question yourself. You will have realization moments where you're probably sitting on your own in an apartment like this, or you've just got off the flight, like mine was, for example. I remember I just got off the flight in Bangkok, and like I'd left everything at home. Like I quit my job, I've moved out of my parents' house. I had my suitcase, 2 bags, sold loads of my stuff before I left home. And I was thinking to myself, like, without swearing, but what the fuck? Oh, I just did swear. What am I doing? Do you know what I mean? I was thinking, what the fuck am I doing? I remember standing in Bangkok airport, like, thinking, what am I doing? Do you know what I mean? And that is what will happen. Whether it happens at the airport, whether it happens a week later, a month later, 3 months later, you'll have these moments where you do question yourself. But you need to go back to why you done this in the first place. Why did you quit that job? Because you wasn't happy in that job. Why did you move out your parents' house? Why did you move out your home country? Because you wanted to reinvent yourself. You wanted to become a better person. Do you know what I mean? You wanted to kind of change who you was, and they're the thoughts that you need to keep in your head. But you will have realization moments, and you will start questioning your old life. Like I say, you will start thinking like, oh, because what I was going to say is you'll start questioning your old life because you'll think I was comfortable, and then that's what happens. Like you'll get to a moment like I did in the airport where suddenly your comforts have gone out the window. Like now it's you versus you. Do you know what I mean? You haven't got your parents to piggyback off. You haven't got your mum's house to move into if nothing goes wrong. You're 11 hours away on the plane. Do you know what I mean? So you're kind of you're not as accessible as what you used to be. So you will start questioning yourself, and like I said, you will start thinking, maybe I did have it a bit too comfortable, or I want to go back to the comfort, because our body, we always want to revert to comfort, don't we? We always want to do things which make us comfortable. That's just how it is. Like that's why you'd rather be snuggled up on a sofa than in an ice bath. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's it, guys. The next thing I've put down here is you have a lot of time to think about your future and who you are and who you want to associate with. Now, this is something that I've went through very, very recently. I obviously go back to the UK next week. I don't know when I'm gonna upload this video, but there's people in the UK who, I'll be honest, I've got to a point now in my life where if you're not bringing value, if you're not someone who I want to associate with, I'm not going to speak to you. I'm not going to spend time with you. If you're in a group of people, a group of friends, and say, for example, I get on with 3 of the friends, but I might not get on with the other 1 or 2, then I don't want to be there. Like it's not a petty thing. It's more so the fact of like, I'm very big on like energy and very big on being who I'm around now, because I've upgraded my life massively. Like I know that I've upgraded my life. I know I hold more value now in terms of like what I can offer, what I can provide, and who I am as a man. So I'm not. It sounds bad, but there's no other way of putting it. I'm not lowering my standards. I'm not lowering who I am as a person to be with someone or to spend time with people who don't appreciate me, for one, who probably take the piss out of me or did used to take the piss out of me when I was back like living in my parents' house or whatever, and they just don't. They're just not the people I want to be with. They're not the people I want to be around. And that's just the reality of it. And they're probably still doing the same thing every day. Like the friend that I fell out with, I don't know really what he's up to now, but I'll be honest, I don't imagine his life has changed so much in 3 months. Whereas I feel like I'm like a year ahead of where I was before I left the UK. I feel like I'm a different person, and this is what I mean. Like you will become the person you say you want to become, and eventually you'll start thinking about who you associate yourself with. If you look at all the people now you see online, the high value people, the Tate brothers, and anyone else you see in that kind of self improvement, become a high value man kind of era, they don't hang around with everyone. They don't speak to everyone. They don't engage with everyone. Like, do you see these people commenting on, replying to people's comments who, like, on TikTok, who might have like their username as user 12345689141? Like, they don't. You don't associate with certain people. You keep your circle small, and you ultimately just want to be around and you want to network with people who have the same goals as you and have the same vision as you. And that is one of the things that I will be doing on after the summer. For you guys that don't know, I'm going to Iron Apple in the summer. So ideally, I wanted to start my private network before the summer, but I'm going to be too busy in Cyprus, in Ayia Napa, so it's going to be after the summer. Now, if you're interested in this, if you feel like you want to be around people like myself, you want to be around people who are killing it, you want to be around people who are making it. Sorry about that, that's my alarm. You want to be around people who are making money. You want to be around people who are improving their life and becoming the best versions of themselves. And this private network is going to be amazing for you guys. It's going to be like a brotherhood. It's going to be very, very good. It's going to have a lot of information and a lot of value in, and it's just going to be a place where you can get around the right people. Because I know there's a lot of people out there now who know where they want to go, who know that they're not around the right people, but they just struggle to find that community. And that's all you need. You need a brotherhood. You need brothers. You need people who are going to uplift you. You need like the lads that you're going to hang around with. Do you know what I mean? You need the people there to support you. You might be going through a breakup, and I don't know, you might need some kind of love off the boys. Like, not like in a weird way, but like you need that brotherhood connection. And your friends might just like take the piss out of you, which your boys probably will do as well. But like your friends at home around you, it's a different kind of person. Like, if you look at a friendship group, the average friendship group, let's be honest, they're not really doing much, unless they're like developed as men and kind of they've got older and stuff. But the average friendship group between 18 and 21, they're not really doing much. That's just the reality of it, and you want to get out of that. So that's why the private network would be amazing. I haven't launched anything yet. I'm not here to sell you anything, but if it's something you're interested in, let me know in the comments. Get at me on Instagram, because I've got a few people interested already, and yeah, we'll get that into motion after the summer. Don't worry, it'll be here before you know it. So yeah, guys, I just want to conclude basically and say that it is good leaving your hometown. Like, it is amazing. Like, you will struggle at times in terms of being lonely and thinking, what am I doing, kind of thing. But you will also get to a point where you've done it. Do you know what I mean? You've become who you said you was going to become. You're still working on yourself. You've made new connections. Like, I've met millionaires. Like, I've literally met multi-millionaires just going to Thailand and networking. I wouldn't have met these people in the UK. I would still be in my kind of local town, going to the same boozer, drinking the same shit alcohol, going to the same shit clubs. Do you know what I mean? And it's a different kind of feeling when you come from somewhere where people didn't believe in you, or you come from somewhere where not a lot of people really get out of where you've come from. And it's good. It's a good feeling, guys. And I'm just happy I took the risk. Like I said, I'm currently in Malaysia right now, bro. It feels mad. Like, just to sit here now and say to you guys that, like, I'm in Malaysia right now. Do you know how mad that is? Like, I get a little bit of, like, I'm getting goosebumps when I say that, because younger version of me would have been like, fucking hell, man, like, I'm so proud. Do you know what I mean? Or say older version of me would look back and be like, I'm so proud. And the younger version of me is looking up to me now, saying like, yeah, I knew you could do it, man. So yeah, last few days here anyway for me before I go back to the UK, like I say, to see family and stuff, and then I go to Cyprus. But I think I'm getting to the point now where sometimes I do feel a bit emotional. I won't lie. Like, sometimes I sit here and think, fuck me, man, like, you've actually done it. Like, you've actually done it, and it's all coming to an end now. I don't know when that's going to hit me. I feel like it's going to be like the last night. It will just hit me, and I'm like, fucking hell, like, sorry for swearing, guys, but I think, like, it's almost like you're proud of yourself. Like, I'm proud of myself, and I don't take enough time to ever be proud of myself. It's always like go, go, go. So it's going to be nice when I get that kind of realization moment, I think. And yeah, it's going to be beautiful, man. So if you guys have enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments. Like the video, as always. Subscribe to the channel if you like me. Not like if you like me, but like if you like me as a person. And yeah, I think that's it, guys. I haven't really got anything else I want to say in this video. If you've got any questions, like I say, let me know in the comments, message me on Instagram, whatever. I'll leave all my stuff in the description. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video. Peace.